The loss of a limb is more common than many people might believe, with, according to the Hanger Clinic, about 185,000 amputations occurring in the United States each year. This is due to a couple of reasons like diseases and trauma. A way to make the adjustment process easier for an amputee is by the use of prosthetics. One type of prosthetic is a leg. By looking at the image being shown, you can see that a prosthetic leg consists of four main parts: a liner, a socket, a pylon, and a prosthetic foot. In this video, we will focus on the liner part of the prosthetic leg and go through the material selection process to aid us in choosing which material works best for it. Liners are almost like socks for the residual limb. The liner is meant to protect the amputee's skin from the prosthetic material and enhance the comfort as they go about their activities. Although liners are meant for comfort, it is often the reason many amputees experience discomfort with their prosthetic. If you look at the image that is being shown right now, you can see that the liner must apply pressure to the leg in order to stay up. And according to Charlie Sorrell from Fast Company, the skin is not made for the pressure that the liner puts on the limb. And because of sweat and swelling that occurs during the day, the liner rarely fits perfectly, causing discomfort throughout the day. As a result, when searching for a material for the liner of the prosthetic, we want a material that would not irritate a person's skin after a long day and had enough grip that would allow for the liner to fit almost perfectly throughout the day. Overall, our main goal when looking for materials to use is for the max comfort an amputee can feel with their liner.
We first started by looking into some of the most common types of liners that are used in prosthetic legs. We immediately discovered some constraints due to the materials not meeting the requirements we are looking for. One material in particular that we eliminated was the urethane liner. The main reason we eliminated this material was because of its stiffness. The urethane liner is the most stiff material and the least flexible. We stated previously that so much discomfort occurs because the residual limb tends to swell due to the pressure being applied to it. As a result, the urethane liner that is not flexible will not stretch with the limb when it swells. This leads to even more discomfort for the patient.
The next material we looked into was the medical-grade silicone liners, which had some advantages and disadvantages to them. Silicone liners are not all that flexible, which is a major constraint. However, they are durable and great for athletes, according to the Hanger Clinic. The image being shown is a product from Endolite. In this product, they take the silicone material and drill holes into it to allow for the moisture to escape, resulting in the residual limb to be dry. This is big because it helps with the slipping of the liner, allowing for a more comfortable fit. Medical-grade silicone is made from silica, also known as silicon dioxide. On the screen now is the phase diagram for this material. For the liner of the prosthetic, we want the silica to be in an almost rubbery state. This occurs when the silica gets fused. In order to get the fused silica, we need it to reach the silica melt point. By looking at the yellow section on the phase diagram, we can see this happen at about 1705 degrees C, with pressures ranging from 1 to 3 GPa depending on the temperature. Once the silica reaches the silica melt point, we then would want to let it go through fast cooling as seen in the flowchart to get fused silica.
Liners are also made out of thermoplastic elastomers. The image being shown now is just a basic example of a TPE liner, which, just like silicone, has its advantages and disadvantages. This material is one of the softest materials that is used for liners, and it has great flexibility. But one disadvantage is that it does not have great durability. This would require the amputee to continuously need to replace it, and this will cost a lot of money. So even though the liner is super comfortable, it's not ideal for many amputees because of its cost. In the diagram, you can see that the temperature required for this material to be made is between -40 to 95 degrees Celsius. Anything lower will cause the material to be too stiff, and anything higher will cause the material to be in a fluid-like state. We want the material to be softer, but stiff enough to not slip off the amputee's leg.
In a way, both silicone and TPE have their own set of advantages that when put together will make the overall best liner. The first people to think of this are the people who designed Winter's tail, Dan Shrimpka and Kevin Corral. Winter was a dolphin who had her tail amputated after it got caught in a crab trap rope, leading to loss in circulation. In an article posted by Kristen Cemento, she states, "At the time, no one had constructed a prosthetic tail for a dolphin, and creating an artificial limb exclusively for underwater use presented many challenges. The correct prosthetic liner would be especially important. It had to adhere to Winter's delicate skin, hold tight in water, and stay in place when the 400-pound dolphin thrusts her tail to swim." And then continues on to say the team invented Winter's gel, a thermoplastic elastomer similar to silicone, but much softer. The proper name for the material used in Winter's gel is TPSIB. The microstructure being shown represents the mixture of the two materials. By combining the two materials, the overall characteristic of the material not only is super soft and is a cushion for the residual limb, but it is also durable, causing the material to be able to last longer while still giving the amputee max comfort.